Hello everyone, we're back again. I'm Kabanaw, and I'm joined by Chorokojo for the Planescast.
Hello.
Today we're doing more of Tempest. We finished the story, so now we're going to go through the set card by card and look at everything to varying degrees.
Things we didn't look at before in the story.
Yes.
Hooray.
Things that we already looked at, we will skip. But, we're going to start with, the very first card we have, Advanced Scout.
I like Advanced Scout. He's one of those cards. Scout is a supported creature type, but it's really weird to make something feel like a scout.
Yeah.
They just feel arbitrary. But I think this one works because he has first strike, so there's your advance, but then he can also give other things first strike, so he's basically informing them, hey, there's a thing.
Right, so he's more gathering knowledge as well.
Yeah, I think it's a nice little flavor thing there.
Also, he's really trying to, get a good look at what he's scouting.
Yeah, he is.
What is that?
That
Is that...
glorious beard of his.
Yeah, oh, that wonderful, wonderful beard. That wonderful villainous beard. I don't think many good guys have that beard.
Yeah.
It's a nice beard, though.
Yeah, it's a fine beard.
Anyway, we'll go on to our next one now. Angelic Protector.
With art by Tony DiTerlizzi. I love Tony DiTerlizzi's art because it feels very storybookish.
Yeah.
And in fact, that's what he actually does now. He's storybook illustrator.
Oh, that's nice for him.
Yeah, it's
I've
pretty
not
good.
seen any of his stuff. Yeah, I like that. I like that they're sort of buggish wings.
Yeah, they're weird kind of gossamer wings there. It's really neat.
Yeah.
It's not the usual angel.
Yeah, not the big old poofy, bird wings. It's interesting, I like it. Different things are cool.
You know, really thinking about it, the ability of this card, how it gets boosted if it gets targeted, that's not really an angelic protector, it's protecting itself.
Yeah, that's not really an angelic thing.
I mean, I guess you could throw something at it to get her to jump in front of things better.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Wouldn't it be an ability that says when another thing is targeted?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess she's still a protector.
Yeah.
Got the flavor
Of
text
sorts.
here. There's Krovax.
I mean, I
talking
guess
about
it
Selenia.
makes... Oh, yeah. Yeah. I guess it makes more sense when you look at mechanic from the next set, but,
Yeah.
Also, I just noticed, she has stars on her skirt.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, that's adorable. Next card, Armor Sliver.
Oh, Scar Kirshner's art.
Yep.
Scar Kirshner its art feels... It's just got this style to it where it feels very 2D but stylized.
Yeah, it does. Main thing here, I guess it's a sliver.
Yep.
Have we gone over the art direction of slivers yet?
I don't think we have. Slivers are kind of wonderful because they've just got the one arm. And they've just got those two tails, and they're really alien looking. I love it.
Yeah. But,
They don't really have eyes.
no. This one, I'm not really... I wish there's a little more emphasis on the armor here.
Yeah, it's not so much armor, it's just got kind of a little iron birdcage around its back.
It's got a helmet.
Yeah. Well,
It's got a thing on its... Yeah, it's not really armor.
even though that, this is one of the things I think of when I think of a sliver, I think of this art. Just because it's flat out, it's a picture of a sliver.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty generic sliver.
Flavor text does a weird thing where it's laid out like a script.
Yeah, where it's a conversation.
They did that a couple times in Weatherlight, and then again in this set, and they kind of stopped doing that because it just looks weird.
Yeah. Not really great.
Yeah, he's not really that good a sliver. Oh well.
But, yeah, no, I mean, maybe that's why the armor's so ineffectual in the art, because the armor on the creature is pretty ineffectual.
Yeah.
Oh, I pay 2 and then I get to butt breathe 1. That's... Wow, great, thanks.
Just called it butt breathing.
I did.
Ugh. Like some sort of fishing spider.
Anyway.
Armored Pegasus.
Yep.
I don't really have much to say about Armored Pegasus.
That is armor on it, though.
It is armor. Art by Una Fricker, who did a lot of Mirage blocks. Anything that was showing an animal, they pretty much got her to do it. Because she does good animals. That's really about it.
Yeah.
I always forget this is the art for this one because it has another art from Portal that they used in 6th edition.
Also, it's floating in a void.
Yeah, that's actually something. That's the Skies of Wrath look like that.
Yeah, I'm aware. I know that it does look like
it. Just
have, like some other reference that they're in the
void,
sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite work because you're not seeing anything like on a horizon. It's just there.
Yeah, just like how Armored Sliver, I guess, is like in the furnace area, but it still just looks like it's in a generic background.
Again, that's just Scott Kirshner. It's very stylized.
Yeah. Yep. But moving on to Auratog.
Oh, I love Atogs. They are my
wonderful.
favorite creature type, and I just wish they would make them again.
Mm-hmm.
Auratog was the last one of the 5 original Atogs.
Yes. He's the only Atog in this set. It was sort of a mega cycle.
Only Atog in the block, even.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they did a few early on. They did a few like mega block cycles.
Yeah, they did. What happened was Atog was a card in Antiquities, and Mark Rosewater loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So when he got to Mirage, he noticed that a card could have been an Atog, and that became 4-Tog. And then he kind of pushed it, so Visions has the blue one, Chronotog. Weatherlight has the black one, Necrotog, and then Auratog finishes it with the white one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got wonderful little happy art.
Yeah, he's got an aura around him, which makes sense.
Atogs, as a rule, they try to always give them cartoony feeling art, which is probably why we're never going to see them ever again, and that makes me sad. Because,
Vintage Water still exists.
Yeah, but even then. Yeah, Vintage Masters reprinted Psychotog with new art, and it's really it's like super serious art, and it's just like, I don't like this.
Yeah. To be fair, well, yeah.
It's just the direction creatives go in.
Yeah,
I disagree with it.
Yeah, I disagree with everything being like serious. I think that there's some room for goofiness because this is a game. Like you don't have to be all mage punk wizards.
Yeah.
To use their term.
Yeah. Mage punk. Get this shit Tog punk.
Tog punk.
Yeah, but
Tog punk is real.
Jeff Miracola, I like his art. It's got this smoothness to it where he'll do the figures and they feel this way. I don't know. You can instantly tell his art style.
Yeah.
He's really big on the patterning on like skin.
Yeah, I noticed that this is like sort of like a scaly look to it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Also just like the pose. Like it's running kind of.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Maybe.
Keep on talking.
Yeah. Yep. Alright. Moving on to Avenging Angel.
Oh, Avenging Angel with Matthew Wilson art.
Yeah.
It's a nice little action shot of an angel.
Yep, that's an angel.
Yep.
Has regular angel wings. The one you would expect, just being big bird arms.
Kind of an angel.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be an uncommon nowadays.
Yeah, also probably not white.
Well, this card could be black or white. It's been black in the past.
That's true. I suppose. Yeah, but it probably will not be a rare.
In white, it's Cool Angel with a sword. In black, you get a carrion-eating bird.
Yeah, okay.
So, it's one of those things where the flavor really changes depending what color the card is.
Mm-hmm. Also, because of her pose, it kind of looks like she doesn't have another arm.
Yeah, it's weird because she's got her other arm is pulled back sort of to her side. So it's, her body's blocking it. But she's got 2 arms.
Yeah.
She's just two-handing that sword.
Yep. Yeah, it's nice angel art. It's also just a shot in the sky.
She's apparently got bells hanging from her side.
Oh yeah. Like some sort of hoop necklace on her waist or something.
Yeah, it's like, whatever.
Yeah, some decorations. That's a fantasy thing. Just having bells and decorations everywhere.
Yeah.
Alright, on to the next set of cards, the Circles of Protection.
White, blue, black, red, and green. And then there's a 6th one, in fact. Circle of Protection
There's
Shadow.
Yes.
These are really abstract art pieces.
Yep, I like
done by
all
Harold
of them?
McNeil, who has a really unfortunate tendency to him we're not going to go into.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're not going to talk about that here. Maybe we'll talk about it eventually. We're not talking about that here.
Yeah.
His art here is nice.
Not here. Yeah. It's just...
He's fine art here. I like that how each color sort of uses its color, also plays into the motif of that color.
You know, I'm just going to mention it just because it's really hard for me to divorce these from him now. Yeah, he's a really big white supremacist.
Yeah, really big. It's kind of bad. If you want an example of some of his magic art that depicts that, propaganda.
Yeah, well, not propaganda.
Is it not propaganda?
No, propaganda's not
No.
It's Invoke Prejudice.
That's right. It's Invoke Prejudice.
Which flat out has white Klansmen on it.
Yes.
Ku Klux Klansmen. It's like,
The whole story behind the card is kind of the worst, but yeah. So it's kind of hard. I mean, I will say divorcing, the art from the artist, these being basically just warped landscapes.
It's really hard to do. He's such an awful person.
Except Circle Protection Red, there's a person in
there. If you actually look, there's a person in all of them but green.
Is there?
Yes. If you look at black, it's the figures in the center. Or they're sort of generic wizard. The blue one, you've got a mage sort of walking into it.
Oh, yeah.
The red one's got the mage in the bubble. The white one's looks like a priest figure.
Oh, yeah.
And then shadow, if you look, you can make out figures kind of huddled together talking to each other.
Yep, and they're all hooded.
Yeah.
Every single one.
But I think that's just wizardly.
It might be, yeah. Hopefully.
But even then, yeah.
Every case, let's just move on from these.
Yeah. To Clergy and Vec.
Yes.
Clergy and Vec is always funny to me.
He definitely looks like a clergyman.
He's definitely getting the blows of unbelievers. Yeah, if you take this card in some ways, it looks kind of pornographic.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's what I always think of this card. The card is just the Samite healer.
Yeah. But,
yeah.
Oh, boy. He's got horns or something?
Yeah, he's just got horns coming out of his little headdress.
Yeah. Because reasons. Also, scrolls, more fantasy stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Yep. It's a fine art with some unfortunate connotations.
Yeah, it's just, it was unfortunate posing and cropping.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I got nothing really to say about it. It's just Samite healer.
Yeah. Moving on then. Cloud Chaser Eagle.
Cloud Chaser Eagle is neat. It's not really a flavorful thing. It's just an eagle that destroys an enchantment.
Yep.
I like the flavor text, how it's just sort of explaining it's a Vec myth about the rains and stuff. Mm-hmm. Cloud Chaser as a word is funny because it's come back twice for Cloud Chaser Aven and Cloud Chaser Kestrel, which are both flying birds destroy enchantments when they hit the field.
Ah, I like that. The idea of for some reason when you chase after clouds, it also happens to be the same skill set used to destroy enchantments.
Referencing this card again because yeah, I like the art for this one. It's another Una Fricker animal piece.
Oh yeah, how about that? Did she just do like all animals in the set?
Pretty much. It's what they got her to do.
Great. It's a fine animal piece.
It's very fine.
Yep.
Legs a little weird, but that's whatever. It's a bird.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Is the legs kind of make it look like a chicken.
Yep. Thing I've noticed is the sky here isn't the normal Wrath sky. You can actually see.
Yeah, there's some clouds and there's blue, nice blue sky.
Yeah, which doesn't really happen on Wrath.
That's like you can see the earth in the background.
Yep. Which you can actually see the sky, the Wrathy sky, much better on the next card, Elite Javelineer.
Yeah.
Where it's just kind of, you see the bands of clouds and yeah. This card is very goofy to me. It's one of the last very early Magic-ish pieces I can think of by Mark Poole.
Uh-huh.
I like that he's just armored his left side for whatever reason.
Oh my god, and where it ends too. It doesn't end like
it just ends halfway down.
3/4 of the way across his body.
Half of his nipple is just exposed.
I know.
I guess it's so he can throw his javelin better?
Maybe. But like,
it's just really weird.
Like, why wear armor at that point? Like, you're exposing, like...
Yeah!
You're exposing most of your... Like, you have a side exposed. What's the point of any armor at that point?
It's so goofy!
Man.
It's just Mark Poole doing a fantasy guy with a mullet and a mustache. That's what he does.
Ah, the 90s.
Yeah, I just standing by this arch. Why is this arch here? I don't know, but I'm gonna protect it.
Well, actually, it looks... Because there's javelins sticking out of it. Was he just, like, practicing here?
Maybe. Maybe he has that art set up so that enemies come through it and he can just hit them easier, like they're really stupid. And go through that funnel zone.
Yeah, like it's like they just see the arc and so they go through it instead of either side of it.
It's just weird.
Oh, maybe he's not maybe he's like actually on a team and he's like a varsity javelineer.
Yeah.
And that's just their school uniform.
Yeah.
That's all they had left. Didn't quite fit, so they had to cut some of it off so that it would just fit on part of him.
Yeah. His ability's kind of nice. It makes sense for what he's doing.
That does.
It kind of brings back Acacian Javelineers to mind.
Mm-hmm.
With the 1 damage to a creature in combat.
Just less color piper.
He's not bad, because he can block and take out a 3 toughness creature, so...
Yeah, and white can deal damage and stuff in combat. It's just that, when you're tapping to deal damage to something, that's like... Yep. That's kind of not right.
He's basically don't attack me with 1-drops.
Mm-hmm.
Or 1 toughness.
Yep, your 1-drops and your 2-1s and all them.
What do we got next? Field of Souls.
Ooh.
I love this art.
This is really good art.
Richard Kane Ferguson is wonderful.
Yeah.
He does these really stylized, it's just, they're wonderful. I just look at them and they're...
I agree. This is really good art.
Very soulsy.
Yep. I like that they can do art for spirits. It ends up being they can always do very abstract stuff with that.
Yeah, he really did this and it really came out really kind of ethereal feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like the person with harp.
Yep. I'm glad we can get this in the regular border now, too, because of, the old regular border, because it was in Soren's deck and full decks.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I really like the use of colors. I like the purples in the background,
in
the very distance, and the yellows on the side.
Yeah, it's a very good piece.
Yeah, just composition's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ability is, you die, you get a ghost. Here's your ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost died, you don't get a ghost for a ghost. Ghosts don't turn into ghosts, they turn into crud.
Wait, what if you have a spirit that's not a token that dies?
Then it turns into a ghost.
Okay, fair enough. So some ghosts have ghosts, but not all ghosts have ghosts.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you turn into a ghost too much, you turn into crud.
Yeah. That's just science.
Yep.
Going on to Flickering Ward. That was a wand. Ugh.
Nope, Flickering Ward.
Yep.
This is basically screw the wards from Alpha, just have all of them on 1 card.
Yeah.
This is a nice one. It uses the ability to return itself, so you can drop it again next turn.
Yeah, this person's holding their shield really weird.
It is, I've noticed that. It's just...
Because here's the thing, the way that their arm is positioned, their shield
would be the arm
that.
Is
their shields would be behind their arm.
Yeah, they're holding their shield upside down, even.
So, if they pull their arm back down, their shields would be pointing, behind them. Maybe
they're not holding the shield. And that's what the red slatting into it is representing. The shield is the ward itself.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's magical. And it's just floating there. Because you notice how you got the white, blue, and green, and then it's just the red is getting blocked.
Oh, okay. So, alright, I can see that. The shield is just floating there. Alright, I'll give the benefit of it. Yeah, okay. Funny enough, I believe in French, this card has a collision with... The name has a collision with a very recent card.
Really?
Is it that, or maybe a different ward?
I will check this.
There was a ward. Maybe it's not. I think the more recent one is Prismatic Ward.
Prismatic Ward. No, that's Guard Prismatique. I don't know. Right. I don't know what Spectral Ward is. It might be that one.
It's Prismatic Ward, and then there's the one from M15 that just came out.
So Spectral Ward. Do they have the same name?
Yes, I believe in French they have the same name.
No.
That's the one. It wasn't this ward. It was
like to check that MagicCards.info is not updated. This recording.
Now we've dated it. Now we've dated it.
We have.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh god, how could we? Let's move on.
Yep.
Hannah's Custody.
I love this card art. It's another Deter Lizzie, and it's just a good picture of Hannah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, her just holding a thing. And it makes sense, because if you look at the effect, at first the name I didn't really think made sense, then I looked at the
she's not taking
effect and
custody of things, she's protecting artifacts, because she's an artificer. And she
that makes perfect sense.
So she's putting them in her spice cabinet there. Can't target a thing if it's in a spice cabinet.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
have you tried before?
Yeah.
That you can do it.
But yeah, I like this. It's little details about Hannah. She's got goggles. She keeps them on her shoulder.
Okay.
She's an artificer. There's sparks
that.
everywhere.
Yeah, well, you need goggles.
She's got the Chandra thing where you never see her wearing them, though.
Yeah.
They're always just on her shoulder.
How often do we actually see her doing artifice?
I think there's like 3, and then you also see her shooting the Phyrexian with a zappy gun later on.
Okay, but like actually working on things.
No, I think you see it like twice ever.
Okay, because that's when she would need the goggles.
Yeah.
Because I imagine that they have like some magnifier in them so she can actually see what she's working on.
I think it's just more so she doesn't get metal shavings in her eyes.
That too.
Goggles are helpful,
dad
everybody.
Wasn't nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice art of her. I like the detail in the cabinet.
Yep. Like I said, did for Lizzie, it's very storybook feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Which is a good thing for Tempest because it's very much involved with its own story.
I wish he was around for Lorwyn so much.
Aww. He just kind of faded away from Magic.
Yeah, because they're doing storybook stuff.
Right. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, so we didn't really have time. That's too bad.
Yeah, he actually won a Caldecott medal for
Oh.
one of his. He did the Spider and the Fly.
Oh, that's great.
Also, he's, part of the creator of the Spiderwick Chronicles.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go. If you ever wonder what he was up to, Spiderwick Chronicles.
That was it. Okay.
Yep.
Move on to the next one.
The next
card
one.
this time. Humility.
Humility with the wonderful Phil Foglio art.
Oh, yeah.
What
even the hell?
I have used this card, and it is mostly just to give people headaches.
Yeah. Fortunately, I have some knowledge of layers.
Yeah,
so this isn't too bad for me.
It's better than it used to be. It used to be so much worse to play this card. It was so confusing. And it was almost entirely because they printed Opalescence in the next block.
Yeah, I play Opalescence. Then I play Humility. What happens? No one knows.
But yeah, it's wonderful, goofy art.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell is going on or how this is supposed to work.
It's a wizard and a dragon. They're basically on the street corner.
Oh,
they're trying to get money. You see the dishes on the bottom getting coins thrown into them, and they're learning humility. Yeah, it's a skeleton wizard.
Okay,
let's be frank.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, I see now. They have to learn humility because they lost their jobs.
Yeah, you got the skeleton wizard doing card tricks and
then you have the least fitting flavor text.
Yeah, the flavor text with card being all wise. It's good flavor text too, is the funny thing.
It is. It's good flavor text, it's just that the flavor text and the art do not match in the least.
No. But yeah, it's wonderful art. I like this card.
Yeah, I like the art a lot too. I mean,
the name works for the ability. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I choose to believe when you play this, all the creatures just end up all goofy looking like that. It's like, oh, I'm a cartoon now. Oh no.
So we have that one episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Never mind, let's move on. Night of Dawn.
Night of Dawn. Yes.
Ribbons.
So many ribbons and pointy armor. And this is Ron Spencer doing his over-detailed stuff. I still like Ron Spencer.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to say about this, though. He is the counterpoint to Night of Dusk in the same set, but their abilities don't mirror each other, which is really weird. Because, the Night of Dawn can gain protection. But usually they'll mirror it, so one on pro white, one on pro black. Mm-hmm. But the Night of Dust doesn't get protection, he just flat out kills the thing blocking it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think his armor, changes colors based on,
I hope so.
From?
I hope so.
All the gold parts become, blue and black and white and all that stuff?
It follows the metal from the mirror from Mirrodin, so when he gets pro black, it turns into lead armor. The horse just falls down.
That would be great.
Yeah, I don't really got too much to say about the. You see I like the sunlight coming up behind it.
Oh god, wait. So if it turned blue, then it become Quicksilver.
It becomes silver.
Right. Oh, it's just silver. That's right. I think it was Quicksilver for some reason.
Nope, just the regular silver.
Okay, well that's fine then. Maybe you can sell it afterwards.
Yep. Next card, speaking of Wrath Sky, here is a picture of Wrath Sky. Light of Day.
Great. Oh
Tempest
boy, color hosers.
Tempest has a cycle of color, 2 cycles of color hosers. And they're so brutal.
I know.
Like, this one is just flat out, it's an enchantment, and black creatures can't do anything in combat. They can't attack, they can't block.
Yeah, this is just like the
Black
worst
cannot get rid of enchantments.
This is the least fun.
This is
kind
flat
of color
out
you can
black.
make.
You cannot do anything. You can't block my stuff. You can't attack into me. No, you have to kill me some other way.
Yep. Hey, you're playing limited in black? Huh, sorry.
Oh, it's so cruel. There's worse ones too. But no, I think this might be the worst, but there are really bad ones.
Yeah. This, I mean...
They don't print these anymore because they're basically I win.
No, like, they print some much less powerful ones. Like, in M14, they did this cycle of things that are, like, you can do, Lifebane
Zombie and stuff.
Yeah, Lifebane Zombie.
I'm a black card, and I'm going to come out, and I'm going to take one of your white or green things.
Yes.
But I'm not going to, I'm going to destroy you if you're
things.
playing a white deck. No.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it sucks because you get this good creature, and you also get to take one of my things, but it's not like, you know, oh, I'm fucking destroyed because I can't win anymore.
Yeah.
Which is just the worst. Have you seen the red one yet, or is that still coming up?
The red one's coming up.
Okay. And let's keep going to Marble
We did
Titan.
see the red one for white in the previous one. It was Havoc.
Oh, right, okay. Next one is Marble Titan.
Marble Titan is another piece by Braum. And I like this, is just a big giant. He's a very tiny Titan, though, by Titan standards.
Yeah, he is. He's a hill giant.
Yeah, he's a 3/3 for 4, and it's... What's happened since about Shards of Alara is Wizards realize that it goes right from 2/2 Knight human type thing, right up to giant at 3/3. So if you look at recent giants, they're all like 5/5s or 6/6s, and what they're doing is they're trying to carve out a space for medium-sized creatures like ogres and minotaurs down in the 3s and the 4s.
Yep.
And it's...
Usually try to represent it by total power and toughness.
Yeah.
And I think for giants now, that's about 8 to 9.
Yeah.
Is what they aim for at like common.
Yeah.
But
that's why we don't. That's why if you look, we don't get Hill Giant reprints anymore. We get Canyon Minotaur.
Yeah.
Which is the same card but a Minotaur.
Yep. How do you think Marble Titan keeps stuff from untapping?
You
think like sits on them?
They're just power 3 or greater. Don't untap. I think he's just holding them off.
Oh,
like if you look, he's like basically just kind of being a big stone statue.
And like if you're too small, he just can't even reach you. Like,
yeah, let's go with that.
Like,
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
He tries to grab you, but like he just misses because he doesn't have great accuracy. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, when they were designing this, there was one of these in each color, but only the white one made it to print. So I don't know. The next card's another wonderful Phil Foglio art with Master Decoy, and he is really good at being a decoy. Look at him. He's riding a zebra, it's got a unicorn horn, the horn has a flag on it. He's wearing the most gaudy clothes with flags sticking off him, he's got a silly hat. Phil Foglio is a wonderful little cartoony artist.
Yeah. See, the only thing I wish more is that he could ground what he's doing more in the world. In the sense that, like, it'd be great if you have this, like, cartoony, absurd character, like, with the Wrath Sky behind him.
I can see it being wrathy there, but yeah, Phil Foglio, he's always done this cartoony style. Like, he's basically known for just his comical illustrations.
Yeah. I do like...
he and his wife, Kaja.
Like
Kaha, yep. I don't know how you pronounce it, I think it's Kaja. Let's go with Kaja.
Mm-hmm. Sure. But, Yep, and this, flavor text makes sense, because he just taps a creature, so he does survive.
Yep.
He doesn't fight it or anything. That'd be a cool one.
Yeah. Foglio's, they do the comic Girl Genius, the steampunk fantasy.
Oh, okay.
They also, back in a while, they did the art for a whimsical erotic series called Xenophile, with 3 X's. It was a card game. It did not last long, mostly because you needed to have a member of the opposite, to play with, really.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can see why that wouldn't work out well for the gaming.
So in case you ever wanted to play an erotic collectible card game, there you go.
Yep. Have at it. Moving on to Mounted Archers.
Mounted Archers, Kev Walker.
Mm-hmm.
It's great art. Abilities, we're on horses, we can block an extra guy, we can shoot down things. That's it.
Yep.
I got
nice enough horses. People on. It's like. I feel like the perspective gets a little weird, but that's basically.
You've also got them turning around. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Hope we get this.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Next set. Talk here.
This is fine.
This would work as a Mongol.
Oh, it would.
Oh well.
Come on, Watsy, do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Next up, we have a legendary creature. Remember the Weatherlight Crudes. Orim, Samite Healer.
Hey, Orim.
Orim doesn't really play into the storyboard last time. She does stuff in the story, but she was originally such a minor character they just gave her a card right now.
Yep.
If they hadn't, she would have gotten it during Mercadian Mask, because she's pretty much the major story of that set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just a really good Samite Healer.
Yeah,
for one more, she's got 2 more toughness, and she can prevent 3 damage.
Yep. It's kind of crazy, actually. That ability is actually really good. When you can repeatedly prevent that much damage, you're actually doing a lot of work.
She was such a minor character that her name was originally a joke. It was originally Oram with an A.
Yeah,
so
it was originally Morrow backwards.
Yeah. Jokes!
Yep. Let's keep referencing the designer.
I'm a little sad they don't do vanity cards like that anymore.
I know.
Oh,
it's
well.
not like they hurt.
They don't.
Whatever. Whatever, Watsy.
Yeah, if you're not in the know, it's like it's completely unnoticeable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Next card is the Horse Hole, Pegasus Refuge.
The Horse Hole.
I love this because it's just Pegasus is hiding in a hole. They're in a cave.
Yep.
They're cave Pegasus.
Well...
Yeah, it's just... but yeah, the flavor
because they don't like the skies, because the sky's too mean for them.
The first Wrathborn Pegasus was so offended by the sky that it hid its eyes in the earth. Veclore. But yeah, you crack a hole in the ground and Pegasus shoot out of it. Yeah.
Hey, come here. Get out of there. Get out of your hole, horse.
They're not gonna. The funny thing I just noticed, their wings are outstretched in that hole, so it's like...
Yeah, when do they become vestigial?
Well, they can still come out and fly. It's just
I guess.
You'd think they'd have them, tucked to their side, because they're in a cave.
Right. Like, why would they put the effort into keeping them up?
Yeah.
Maybe they're, trying to intimidate whoever's looking in here?
Pegasuses are weird because they show up. Pegasi, I guess. They show up in just different worlds. They just, Pegasi live here.
Yep.
It's like they show up, I think, they show up in Ravnica, they were in Chandalar. I don't think they were in Alara. No, they weren't in Alara. It's just a weird thing.
There's a variant on them on Innistrad, but...
those are more of a variant on Griffins.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But of course, they aren't Griffins. We actually got one of those finally, and they're Hippogriffs.
Oh, they're in Theros. Pegasi.
Well, yeah, they're on Theros.
Yeah. But,
where else would you find them?
That's true.
The answer is a lot of other planes. Dominaria.
Like, if you're looking for them, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, just go to Theros.
Yeah. It's fine. Moving on to Quickening Lycid.
We get to talk about the Lycids. Lycids are nightmares for rule slayers. They're critters that they can latch onto creatures and they imbue them with powers of some sort. They're like parasites. And the issue is when they do that, they become auras. And it's really weird, the layering effects for some of them. Like, for the longest time, the blue one, Dominating Lycid, didn't actually work.
We'll get to that one.
Yeah.
That one is just really weird.
Really, really weird.
Yeah. It's all layer stuff. If you don't know about layers or how they work, don't worry about it. Your local judge or the Magic Online rules system do it for you.
Tell you what, go ask your judge about the Lycids. Do it. Just ask as many questions as you want.
If you want your judge to like you, don't actually do it.
But yeah, Lycids, we don't actually know anything really about them. Like, the style guide for the world even says they have no idea if these are a natural creature, if they're something that Volrath created.
Yeah.
They might have come from another world. They don't know. They're things.
They're symbiotes.
Yeah, if you look at the art, it's the thing on her head.
Yeah.
They're like little weird little nudibranch slug things.
If you just read me the name of this card, I would assume it's red.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It sounds like it would give it haste because of quickening.
But it gives a first strike.
Yeah, usually they don't go with speed for first strike. Usually they go for, like, other flavors,
It varies. They do it in different ways. Sometimes they do flash, sometimes they'll do first strike.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes haste. It's weird.
But this is nice art by Andrew Robinson. I really like the way he uses colors.
Yeah, I like the blurring effect here. Yeah.
Good art. Good flavor, I guess. The licensed flavor-wise, they work. They're just really weird.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely weird. They're a different take on what the
Bestow creatures eventually
bestows
kind of evolved from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next we have Sacred Guide. And just kind of the art here. It's like, oh, there's a thing on my finger. I wonder what the thing does.
What's the thing on her neck?
It looks like some bones. Maybe it's some sort of like bone fetish thing.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Yep. You sacrifice it to draw a card. That's a rare.
Yeah, until you get a white card, so it's basically don't give me a land.
I guess it is like you draw.
It does
live,
exile
no matter
all
what.
of the artifacts and non-white things you get, so it's
and all the lands and stuff.
This is one of those cards where it's not really flavorful. It's just kind of a mechanic.
Yeah.
It's also not that good.
No, it's not. Maybe it was like reveal until you find like 2 white cards to be okay.
I mean, you could probably do a thing where if you're playing a deck that has a white card in part of the combo, if you only play Sacred Guides and that white card, you could immediately get to it.
Yeah, you could dig to it pretty easy, but that's like...
But that's such a waste.
Yeah, why not just play a tutor?
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway.
Yep.
Art is okay.
Yeah,
it's a fine picture of a person. It's just not very exciting.
Next up we have Safeguard with Thomas M. Box's art.
Mm-hmm.
Which always feels really gritty.
Yeah, I can see that.
The creature in the background there actually appears in this set. It's called a Shocker.
Oh.
And if you look, you can see the stinger on underneath his selection pod.
Yeah. Is it an arachnid? It looks like
it is an insect, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense. It only has 6. It looks like it would be a spider, but
its creature type is in fact insect. So
okay, yeah, then.
But it does have little pinchers. It's got 6 legs and then 2 little pinchers. It's also apparently got 2 stingers.
Oh.
Sorry, we'll get back to that when we look at Chakra itself.
Yeah. In the foreground you just see Hana.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, they're in the furnace there.
Yeah, and she's just kind of like saying, "No, stop it.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything."
Oh, that's actually a really good card to use Safeguard on because the Chakra has an ability that's kind of nasty when we get to it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what she's holding though.
A vacuum?
Yeah, let's go with that. She's using the vacuum power.
Yeah, it's in reverse right now, and that's all the dust coming out.
Yep.
Or something. I don't know.
It's Luigi's Mansion. Maybe
it's making bubbles.
We'll
maybe
go
it's
with
a bubble
that.
machine.
Yeah.
Like all those bubbles are just like that takes the damage instead of other things.
I've seen sillier inventions.
Yeah.
What do we got next? Serene Offering. It's a Parente art.
Yep. Guy's wrist is...
I like Parente's style. He does this thing. He really accentuates the shadows a lot. So you just get this feel like if you look at the robes here, it's just a little thing.
A lot of very, very deep shadows.
But yeah,
his wrist though is like... His hand in general is just so bent out of shape there. Like, wow.
Oh, it is. Try doing that with your hand. I'm doing it. It kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of being a wizard, You have to be able to do stuff with your hand.
Maybe part of, the reason why it works is because you remain serene when contorting yourself into pain or something?
Maybe?
I don't know.
Whatever. He's making his offering to someone, so...
He's just lightning bolting a enchantment and goes.
Yeah, really, this art's kind of weird because it's showing him casting the spell and it's not showing the effects of the spell.
Yeah, maybe he's like, maybe that's actually like pulling in energy.
Might be.
Like he's unraveling.
Yeah,
it or
and he's
something.
absorbing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and that's where the life comes from. Sure.
Yeah, it's really hard to show some things. Counterspells are annoying to show. Anything that filters is really weird to show.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Overall, I'm on it.
Yeah, it's fine. Once again, I wish there was actually a background here.
I'm
like
honestly, with
things.
spell effects, I'm fine with the kind of abstract backgrounds.
Yeah. Usually when it comes to spell effects, I like it. Like, if they're going to show the person, I like them to show the person, like...
Yeah.
In relation to something, and not just the person itself. But, that's just personal preference.
Yep. Oh, the Soltari.
Okay.
The Soltari Crusader riding his Soltari Rhino that apparently exists.
Yeah. And they just kind of look like they're wrapped in sheets.
Yeah. Shadow again, it's the Soltari, the Dalthi, and the Thalicos are trapped. What happened was, with Wrath, the original Evan card, they tried to populate it, and when he was drawing creatures, the first attempts failed, and that they were trapped between their original world and Wrath, and that's what the Soltari, anything with Shadow is, they're trapped between worlds. And that's why you can see them, but you can't interact with them. So that's why they can only block or be blocked by Shadow creatures.
Yep. Shadow's an interesting variant as well, because it's like taking flying and putting another layer of non-interactiveness on top.
Yeah, it's just, I honestly, when I'm playing with Shadow, I set them aside from all the other creatures. Like, just they're here.
They're basically on a second battlefield.
Yeah. Which is kind of neat.
Yeah. I like that they don't use it all the time, but I like it when they use it occasionally.
You know, the flavor text here. Carry war to the Dalthi, no matter the war, no matter the world. I wonder, do you think there are Shadow Soltari on their original homeworld, too?
Ooh. I don't know. I'd imagine so.
If
they're trapped between two worlds, wouldn't they be on both, logically?
I kind of really would like to see the Soltari and them show up again.
What if their physical bodies are on the original plane, but they can't be seen?
Oh, no! That's horrible, no!
Because, like, they can be seen here, but they don't have any physical bodies, so you can't touch them.
Right.
So you can touch them over there, but you can't see them.
How weird.
I want to see that side of the story.
Yeah. Also, he's a knight, of course, because he's riding a thing.
Yep. It's simple enough of a role.
Yep, I got Soltari Foot Soldier, which is another good depiction of Soltari.
Did happen to find some clothes that fit, though.
Yeah.
That aren't Shadow.
Yeah, I like this one that you can see the weatherlight flying by in the background into the canyons. Bad stuff's about to happen here. They're gonna go see that erratic portal.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that show things that are happening in between the major events, so this is before they go to the erratic portal.
This is one of them.
But yeah. Flare of Text references the Soltari Tales of Life. That comes up a couple more times. So.
Sort of coming up with their mythos for why the hell they're, like...
Yep.
Not real, but also real.
Yep. Next we got Soltari Lancer with another Matthew Wilson art. And again, he's riding his weird, creepy shadow seahorse horse.
Yeah. I was gonna say
it's so weird! I love the shadow creatures. They look so cool.
Yep.
Just like they're not entirely there, and it's great. Like, I like how the wavering on the lance is happening there and stuff.
Yeah, and how, like, his body is connected to his neck by, like, sort of just a bunch of different tendons.
Yep.
Instead of, like, one solid thing. It's really cool.
This guy's got a weird variant on First Strike. Because he only gets it when he's attacking. You can't, which means defensively he can't be a First Striker. And it's just kind of a weird thing to have.
Yeah, I think Black has that a lot.
They don't really do abilities like this much anymore.
No,
they've started doing it again with Hexproof. They'll take it away when they attack.
Yeah, so that or like they'll give it to them when they attack or something, but they'll make it so that, you know, they don't always have Hexproof, just because always having Hexproof is kind of a killer.
Yeah. They've learned that, yeah.
So there needs to be a time where you can actually
it needs the shield's lowered period, yeah. Let's just got Soltari Monk, which you can see him just being like, nope, I don't give a shit. What up, Dalthi? I don't care. Pro Black, what up?
Yeah, you can sneak up behind me. It doesn't matter. 1, you can't touch me. 2, pro black. Unless, wait, are they also shadow creatures?
Dalthi are shadow creatures.
Okay, so they just look different because
That's why the Dalthi and the Sultari are at war.
Right.
They might have been at war before this. We don't know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if they revisited them. I really do.
Yeah, it would be. So far, they've only revisited the core, but we haven't seen the core yet.
Yeah.
But,
This is a weird one with the creature types again. It was printed as a cleric, which makes sense, but then they started supporting monk as a type.
Yeah.
So now it's a Sultari monk cleric.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever.
Yep, sure. And our last Sultari.
Oh, the Sultari Trooper. This is another one good one where it's just showing how the bodies are kind of twisting and wavering.
Yeah.
I really like this art. It's one that I always think of.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the use of reds. I love when cards, like a white card, will use like a red background.
Yeah.
It just stands out. It's wonderful. Or a blue background. Just something to make it stand out.
Oh yeah, they dehumanize their enemies in the flavor text.
I like that flavor text. Dalthi blood is Sultari wine. But yeah, he's got a nice...
Yep.
It goes with the Lancer. The ability really wants you to attack.
Yeah.
Which is...
They want you to be aggressive with shadow stuff. Because, like, your opponent probably can't block them. Just
yes.
go. Just do
go,
it.
Go. Do it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Why would you, like, in case being unblockable wasn't enough of an incentive for you to attack, here's more of an incentive for you to attack.
Next up, we're done with the Sultari. We have Spirit Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a nice little card. You get a reflection.
Yep.
It's 2/2 reflection. If you don't got one, you get one next turn. And then you can destroy the reflection if you need to. It's basically, it exists as a thing that lets you constantly enter the battlefield effects each turn. Things like that.
Yeah.
It's also hilarious with unnatural selection. Because you can turn your opponent's creatures into reflections and then kill them for a blue mana. But yeah,
okay.
It's got nice art. I like the use of color here. I like the blues and the blacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do, I like the sort of contrast of the mirror with everything else.
Yeah.
I like the light that's coming off the mirror, like how it actually shades the lady standing there. It's very good.
Yeah, Alexander Gregory is really good with just his lighting.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Next we have Staunch Defenders. Another Mark Poole piece. It's...
Yep.
He has to add, like, every fantasy detail, like Dungeons & Dragons, like, oh, his swords, they're curved, and they've got notches, and then the hilts are all pointy, and then the pommels also got spikes, and he's got so many studs on his bracers, and on
he's got overalls, and those have spikes.
And then his friend in the background's got a really pointy, sharp axe, and it's spiky and jagged, and yeah!
It's just such 14-year-old cool.
Yeah. It's kind of wonderful.
And all the buildings in the background have spikes on them. Like, there's like one tower there that has like blades coming off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. What are the blades for? What are those for?
I couldn't tell you. Because they look nice?
I like they're just out in the field.
Yeah, they're just kind of standing here. Like, yeah, something might attack us from here, so, you know.
I like that the ability gives you 4 life, because it kind of gives it a feeling of, oh, we're letting you hold out a little bit longer.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so weird. It's not that good a card. It's a 3/4 for 5.
No. An incidental life gain, which has always been kind of whatever.
What do we have next? Ooh, Talon Sliver.
Yeah.
It's another good sliver.
Yep. I do like the last background.
Yes, they're in the caves.
Mm-hmm.
That they apparently were in. But yeah, see, this flavor text, it's more like written like actual story, and it's not written like a script.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't really have much to say about this one. The colors are they're a little too striking in a way. Like, I can kind of see what they were going for, but they didn't really get the thing.
Mm-hmm. I also this is another case where it's called Talon Sliver, but there's zero focus on the talon.
Yeah, it's just the sliver, and you don't see the actual. The arm doesn't look any different either.
No, it doesn't. Which is I think a big problem with like some of the original slivers was that they called them things that slivers already have.
Yeah.
Like Talon Sliver, like, okay, slivers don't have talons. Like Armor Sliver, well, they're already kind of armored. Like, I mean, you're like, these slivers have these specific attributes, but all slivers already have them, so... And that the artist doesn't emphasize them, they just look like regular-ass slivers.
There's a thing, if you notice, there's a sliver in each color that's named after a body part. Talon, wing. Clot Sliver was originally going to be Blood Sliver, but he's a clot.
Oh, okay.
Then you have Heart Sliver.
Yeah, and then Muscle Sliver.
Muscle Sliver, and then also Horn Sliver, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It's a neat little naming thing they did.
Yeah. Maybe all the slivers have those, because these are just such ever-present slivers.
It's one of those ones where they should have just gave it the longer talon, but whatever.
Yeah, they should have. And should have like actually made it a part of the art instead of cutting it off partway.
Next up is the white color hoser for red, Warmth. That is kind of a lame name. Yeah. It's got good Drew Tucker art, but yeah, it's your opponent casts a red spell, you gain 2 life.
Ugh.
If your opponent tries to damage you, you're going to just gain life.
Shocks become nothing. Lightning bolts become 1 damage.
Yeah, this isn't as bad as Light of Day, but it's still really bad for a red deck.
Yeah.
It's like terrible.
Most red decks are trying to kill you by, sending spells at your face.
And it's a white deck, so you're gonna have blockers or something at some point. It costs 2 mana for this too, so you're getting this out like second turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so cruel.
Yeah. And then you just play a few blockers and your opponent's just done.
This flavor text feels like she said Karn says, not Orem.
Yeah, because Karn's all about
the wisdom and flames grow gentle with but a little distance. And it's like, Orem, why are you saying that? You're weird.
All the ancient Hawaiian sayings. Karn is Tito.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Oh no, Venser beefed it.
Oh.
We've introduced rocket power. Great.
Perfect.
Next,
all right,
we've got Winds of Wrath, which is Tempest's Wrath variant, and just it hits non-enchanted creatures. There's a very light enchantment matters theater theme. Being enchanted mattered, but that's I don't know why the Winds of Wrath do this. It really doesn't make much sense. Mm-hmm. It is kind of a nice little pun, though, because it's a Wrath effect.
Yeah,
get it? Get it? Winds of Wrath.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if this was just one of the cards that they threw in because it was a cool design.
Yeah, it's the mechanic.
It's just a nice variant on Wrath.
Yeah, it works well. It's just the flavor's weird. Because you enchant your creatures and you save them. So,
but the art has skulls on it. I can't be mad about that.
Yeah, you do love your skulls.
I love my skulls.
And then the last white card we have is Worthy Cause.
Yep, which is
actually, isn't this is like greater good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Sacrifice a creature, gain life equal to its toughness. So it's Worthy Cause, Greater Good. Greater Good came after this, but because it's got buyback, so you can just keep doing it for 2 mana more.
Mm-hmm. Is that why there's multiple dead bodies?
Yeah, they're just
in this.
Yeah, Worthy Cause. They're protecting. I guess that's supposed to be like the Oracle or something.
Yeah, now because I guess that they died protecting the Oracle, which gained you life, and the thing they killed.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like the Oracle gained the life. They died, so the Oracle's living a little longer. I think it's one of those things where they're sacrificing souls for you.
Okay,
but it's just in the art being shown that way because they can't just show you.
Sure.
They apparently killed some sort of giant monster pangolin there.
Yep.
Weird.
That yeah.